Hey everyone, welcome back to Gamecasters, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about the gear that you'll be running for pretty much any class, really. Basically, the gear wall that we all inevitably hit when we are leaderboard climbing. So this is something you probably all have hit at some point or another, where you feel like you can only climb a little bit more unless you get a primal or a better ancient or something, or you need a better stat on your piece of gear. And one way I've found slightly around this, I mean, you're not going to push first place without a primal. It's just that's how it works. Because you look at the leaderboard, you see like the top 10 people, they're running like 3 or 4 different primals, and that's what's really giving them that extra edge to get all the way up there. And what I wanted to show you guys is, with the way I'm running Wizard, the Energy Twister Wizard, which I've been running this season. I've done a couple of videos on it. I am pretty high up on the leaderboard. I'm still at 161. I've fallen back a couple of ranks, which is fine. It happens. But the thing is, I've managed to push this far with one primal. And I'm going to show you guys exactly the reason why I've been able to do this. Now, basically the way I've been looking at it is the further I can push, the further I can push my gems, which your gems level up when you do greater rifts. The highest GR I've been able to push so far is a 106. Now, with that being said, I've been augmenting my gear, which a few people I've talked to didn't even realize you could do this. But when you level up a gem, you can go to the Kanai's Cube over here, and if you go all the way to the bottom, there's this thing, Augment Ancient Item. You choose an item, you choose a gem, and then you choose which gem you want to use to augment it. Depending on what your class runs, since I'm a wizard, I need intel, I'd use Flawless Royal Topazes. You have to have Flawless Royal ones, which takes a while to get. You need 3 of them, but it's not all that bad, especially if you save up your puzzle rings, you go into the vault, you stack up gems, you level them up, and you build up an inventory of them. Now, you can augment items multiple times. It does cost more resources each time you do this, but in the long run, if you push them as far as you can each time you do it, it's worth it. Also, the way I've looked at it is if I augment an ancient item, I'm still trying to get primals. When you get a new piece of gear, you're augmenting a new piece of gear. You're not augmenting the old one, so you're not using the extra resources. You could push an old piece of gear higher if you wanted to, if you just can't get the primal you need. Jewelry seems to be like one of the hardest ones to get. I'm sure you all know Traveler's Pledges and Convention of Elements, Compass Rose, Focus Restraint, all those, they just suck to get an Ancient of. A good Ancient of. I have an Ancient Traveler's Pledge in my stash. It just did not roll the stats I needed, and I would lose stats if I tried to run it. Yes, I can augment it, but it's just not worth it. Give me 1 second here. Basically, sorry about that. What I'm wanting to show you guys is when you level up a gem, you can augment them and give you that extra little push. The further you can push your class up the leaderboards, the higher you can push your gems. So it's a slow push, but it still is pushing you further up. Now, obviously, getting in the top like 10 and all that stuff, you're going to have primals, but that's just the way the game works. Like, well, the leaderboards work anyway. And I'm playing one of the luckiest classes on the board right now. Wizards, as much as I hate it, since Energy Twister Wizard has not fallen off the leaderboards in a long time for consoles, you have to rely on a good rift. The build in no way is really capable of killing a single target enemy, so when you come across just a single elite, or just a pack of elites, you basically just have to avoid them unless you can pull some whites near them to get the area damage off. This build relies entirely on area damage, so it's mostly about the amount of enemies that are in an area. Killing rift bosses takes a minute. Usually I've found if I don't have at least 4 or 5 minutes left on the timer when I'm getting to the rift boss, I just... it's all a hope that I get a good one. My character is extremely weak to electricity, so if I get a boss that does electrical damage, it makes it all that much harder. With Energy Twister, the best way to kill an enemy fast is get them in a corner, wait for your convention of elements to pop arcane damage, and then deal as much as you can in that short period of possible. And then just avoid the boss until that comes around again. Just keep doing the same thing over and over again. But augmenting to me seems like one of the best ways to be able to push. I've only augmented 4 pieces of gear, and each of them is in the 90 to 93 range. Well, my pants are 97, but that's my only Primal I've gotten, which I got extremely lucky on. And if you want a Primal farm, the best way we found is to consistently run GRs. Me and my friend are running GR90s in about 3 to 5 minutes each time, so we're getting 5 to 10 legendaries every 3 to 5 minutes, which is one of the fastest ways to get legendaries. You can get Forgotten Souls, you can use those to reforge, which reforging is a good way, and another way is to set days out in your week, or even just hours of the day. So what you'll do is, Monday to Tuesday, you run bounties, Wednesday you stack up on keys through Nephilim Rifts, and then Thursday and Friday you run Greater Rifts. Saturday, Sunday could just be whatever you want. You could dedicate 2 more days to whatever you want. You could run more bounties, you could run more GRs. We usually do bounties until our inventory is full of Heraldric chests. We'll put all the chests into the stash, and then we'll pop all 60 of them at once. You get a ton of blood shards, you get a ton of resources for your reforging, you get a ton of legendaries, which in turn gives you Forgotten Souls, which your Kadala shards are also giving you rolls for possible ancients, primals, whatever. And if it's crappy legendaries, you're also getting Forgotten Souls. So all around, doing bounties just gives you resources no matter what. You're getting rolls off of doing them. GRs is guaranteed legendaries and chance for primals, and then Nephilim Rifts, you're getting whatever drops along the way. Maybe a Whimsydale portal or a vault portal opening from a treasure goblin, which treasure goblins spawn when you're doing bounties and Nephilim Rifts. They do not pop in Greater Rifts, which is fine, because of the guaranteed legendary drop rate. I think when we're doing GR90s, it's very rare for anything under a legendary to drop. We usually don't get like rares or anything lower quality. So GR90 is about the point you want to be really doing GRs at for guaranteed legendary drops. But anyways, that's about all I had to talk about today. If you guys want to see any more videos on Energy Twister Wizard, let me know. I will do another one when I start pushing further and show you guys kind of the stat changes I've had. But for right now, I'm still at 106, so nothing has really majorly changed yet. I'm still working on augmenting to push further. I'm hoping to be at GR 110 by the end of the week, because if I can push that, I'll be in the top 90. So hopefully we can push this build as far as possible. Like I said, next season I will be doing videos on all the classes and all the builds, so if you want to see console versions of all this stuff, don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. You'll get those videos as soon as they come out. A couple of people told me I'm the only person really doing console videos for Diablo 3 right now for builds, so we'll try to keep videos up for you guys, and hopefully I can help you guys out. So don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.